Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Unofficial FreeLC Campaigns with Yin Yang Total War. In our last campaign we all but annihilated Midland as the Forest Goblins, but today we will be looking at the other side of the coin with the Empire's own forest dwellers, the Grand Barony of Hochland. Led by the elected Count Aldebrand Ludenhof, Hochland finds itself a province under siege, with the forces of Nurgle taking up residence in the Brass Keep, Midland struggling to the west, and other electors too busy or complacent to send aid. This campaign will be one of survival rather than expansion. Looking at our faction effects, all our characters are going to fight better in the forest, where our handgunners will also get a 20% increase in range, not to mention our experience climbing faster as well. For Lord effects, we will see bonus versus large, which will come in handy fighting chaos, and the army having an additional 8 melee attack during forest battles. If you're sensing a theme, you'd be correct. All that being said, Hochland isn't going to save itself, so let's get started. Alright, and getting started, we're going to start with our good friend Aldebrand already on the road heading north. What we don't want to do is start a fight with Festus right out. He has a hero, he has a stronger army than us, and we're just not ready with a bunch of snake troops. To our east is going to be Hochland. They are not unfriendly to us, if I recall. Let's take a look.
The Empire.
Yeah, they're not unfriendly to us.
Greetings
Actually,
on behalf
let's
of
go
the
ahead
Empire.
and get a trade agreement with them.
Agreed.
That'll help. To our south is going to be
All
Beckman,
right. Greetings on behalf
who
of
we
the
also want a
sir.
trade agreement with. And to our west
Yes?
is going to be Midland.
Surely an agreement will be reached. But are we not all...
I will.
With oh gosh, Nordland? Yeah, Nordland
Yes.
being to our northwest.
Surely an agreement will be reached.
Indeed.
Now there are some things that are going to be a little bit different just because we are playing with a mixture of Sigmar's heirs and your new empire. So some of this is going to look a little bit different than how it is going to look in your campaign, but the battles and everything should play out the same. I say your campaign unless you also subscribe to those mods, which I will be covering soon, just not today. We might see some elements of them though that I'll talk about. Okay, so like I said, we're going to have somewhat allies to our east, somewhat allies to our south, and then again somewhat allies to our west and northwest. But all of them are going to be too busy dealing with their own stuff. I know there's ogres right here. There's the Kislevite Civil War happening up here. Well, I shouldn't say Civil War, but Cold War happening up there. The tree spirits under Drycha are going to be here. And as you guys definitely know, the Forest Goblins and the Beastmen are going to be here. Hopefully Midland can actually stand up for itself this time. And then we've got Altdorf to our southwest. Actually, let's go ahead and
time? Greetings, countrymen.
get our
As you
friendship
say.
going with them. Which they like us, that's good. And we're going to start out with all of these quests going on. These are from other mods as well. This one is from legendary characters. This one is from legendary characters as well. This one is going to be from Chaos Roby. The one with the airship. Sorry, I can't remember the name right this second. And then this one is also going to be from legendary characters. So, jumping straight in, what we're going to do is we're going to go to Crudenwald with our army to reinforce up there. I'm going to recruit a second army. Let's go with the General of the Empire. Oh, and we have different lectors and Generals of the Empire brought to you by Snake's Variants. Snakes variant compilation. There we go. So something cool that you can do that I don't think that we've really talked too much about, because I'm always recruiting a bunch of legendary lords, is that you can have different looking standard lords than usual. So let's see, income from all buildings, so that would be good. Leadership. His leadership? No, I think what we'll do is we'll take the one that
To
actually
strengthen the Empire,
gives us stuff.
I will marshal the band.
And something else you can do with variant selector is you can decide what this guy looks like instead of just, you know, ending up with whatever face. So there are 21 different views that you can have with him. The originals, right? And then it starts varying from there. So that's a pretty cool looking one. He's I like the mutton chop thing going on. And again, this is something we'll touch on when we go to when we get back into our other series, but just bear with me in the meantime. I'm going to say this guy looks the coolest, so we'll go with him for now.
What does the Emperor bid?
And he will be our general that holds Hargig. But
Yes.
we need to focus on Aldebrand, because he's going to be leading our forces against Festus. Now, lore-wise, let's talk a little bit about Aldebrand. He is... Oh gosh, is that really all I can recruit? I'm so used to being able to recruit more people than that. He is a... I guess I should finish this before I try and finish my thought. Let's give our state troops better everything. We're gonna need it. And cool. That would be good to have. Oh, so this is actually good. Something to look at right here is going to be the provincial recruitment. So that's going to let you have units that are specific to your province, right? So you'll get Hochland swordsmen and Hochland spearmen, so on and so forth, which will all have their own unique bonuses versus what you can also have, which is the standard vanilla buildings, which will give you those standard troops, right? Nothing wrong with either path. I just like to have, you know, unique provincial units. So, anyway, we already have a recruitment center in Hergig, so what we'll do is we will build a weaving house to just keep on building onto our... Well, actually, let's get the tap room, because I believe that'll give us some heroes of our own, right? And we're going to need more recruitment and capacity, so let's do that. So let's hit the intern, and then we can talk about good old Aldebrand. So Aldebrand, the Baron or Count of Hochland, is a tall man. He, unlike a lot of the Elector Counts, does not live in Hergig itself. He doesn't live in his own capital. He lives outside of it in his own hunting estates. He is a master falconer, and we'll actually hopefully see that in battle. He brings like a falcon, and you can use it. It's pretty cool. But he actually has beef with Festus in lore. So one of his sons became really ill, and a hooded man showed up and offered him medicine. The medicine worked, but only for a time. Eventually he got sick again, and he got worse and worse, eventually erupting into a chaos spawn and killing a bunch of the count's ministers or advisors or whatever you want to call them. So the sun exploded into a chaos spawn and fled north to serve Festus. So we've got beef with this guy, not just the fact that he is in the brass keep, but because we hate him, right? So we are going to kick him out of our territory and hopefully eradicate the empire of the threat of Nurgle, at least in the immediate future. So we're going to reject them. I'll take a knight. That sounds cool. Definitely not, and absolutely not. And again, guys, just because you play with the same mods that I play with does not mean that you have to deal with that. If you go back to my second episode of modded content that I'm using, you'll see that there is a way to turn a lot of that off. So don't avoid recruit defeated legendary lords just because you see a bunch of pop-ups and you're like, that's annoying. And this isn't really us, right? It's not really for us to say. Because honestly, I don't care. And we're not the emperor, so we're just gonna let everybody do what they do. And just as I was saying, Gotrek and Felix are going to be able to join us because I built that tavern. We're not worried about that. All right.
What does the Emperor bid?
Well,
We march.
let's hop out and get them. Of course, I'm going to hire them. Now, another mod that I have will allow you to make, and again, that's another one we're just going to have to talk about, but it'll allow you to make Gotrek and Felix into permanent heroes instead of their part-time Lord Hero combo that you end up with, right? So they're definitely very good. And this mod will also go ahead and skip the quest for Ulrika. So as soon as you get Gotrek and Felix, Ulrika will come and join you if you so wish. Why anyone would choose not to take her, regardless of growth and control, I have no idea. So we're going to recruit her.
Ulrika
So now we have
Magdalene.
3 heroes.
What malign beast must we face next, Gotrek?
Let's get some alieners after that ruckus.
And we're definitely going to kill Festus now, right? Or at least hopefully. So we'll pop them into the army.
To the provinces.
You have my cooperation.
Ulrika Magdalene. Stay in my stead.
Now, step to it. I will marshal the men.
Okay. Get 2 more of you and 1 more of you.
Yes?
Who calls?
And let's actually take a look at, and I'm trying to remember that mod, so if you'll bear with me, let me look into that real quick. Okay, so it's going to be Agent Hero Forever, which is created by Anyway, it's Agent Hero Forever with Gotrek and Felix plus Ulrika. So I'm not gonna butcher that guy's name, but it's a pretty cool mod. It adds skill trees to Gotrek and Felix. They're already
Yes.
automatically immortal, and same with
The Empire.
Ulrika, right?
What? The nation calls.
And for some reason, this never turns off. I don't need to know that someone in a garrison has not moved. That's the point. But yeah, I really can't complain about being able to have free heroes, legendary heroes at that, at the beginning of your campaign, right? Definitely not. No. We're gonna do nothing.
It is time.
We'll recruit 2 more of them and 1 more of them.
So,
Now, if we could be friends with anybody, I would really like to be friends with Volmir, because he is not under immediate threat. He's probably one of the only electors not under immediate threat, and he could really help us out against Festus.
by the comet.
But he's not even at war with old Festus, so... yeah, no.
So,
And we could reach Festus, but he would be immediately reinforced by forces that we can't really handle. So, we're going to wait one more
yes,
turn,
my lord.
and then we're going to set an ambush.
The nation calls.
The Empire. To the provinces.
As for Hargig itself, we want to start building that army. If we go, if we start losing money, that's okay, because we have to have the forces to beat Festus. Now, am I going to have 2 full stacks out of 1 province? Probably not, but we're going to get as much as we can get.
Praise Sigma. Moving off.
All right, we're going to pop ourselves right here. And folks, I apologize if you're hearing my neighbors. Sometimes they can just be pretty loud.
Sigma compels us. It is for the best.
Now, maybe Festus sees us, maybe he doesn't. But even
What
if he
does the
does,
Emperor
at
bid?
least we're in the woodlands where we'll have
By
an
the
advantage,
comet.
right?
Moving off!
We'll move Griswold
Raise
up
Sigma!
and give him some archers. And unfortunately, we were not able to surprise him, but we are going to fight him. So let's get into it. And an electric count who stands with his men in battle. You gotta love that. Not all of them are built like that, you know. Aldebrand looking awesome in that golden armor. I think that when you look at his actual, let me see, I bet I can find it. No, come on. He doesn't want to show them to me. I'm too deep in the middle of the, there we go. It says, he plowing wears golden armor. Of course he's an arsehole. Gotta love that. Gotta love that. Alright. But it looks like the battle has already gotten underway. So let's talk about our strategy. So, as woodsmen, we definitely wanted to hang out in the tree line over here. The dogs came charging at us pretty quickly, but we were able to scare them off, which was definitely good, because we could have lost our rifles very early on. Now, only half of our army was in that tree line. The other half, led by the trio of Guttrick, Felix, and Ulrika, are over here. I got this strategy from the show Three Kingdoms, actually. If any of you guys have ever seen that one, pretty hard to watch. Not because it's not good, but because it's hard to find it anywhere. But the strategy between Liu Bei and I believe it was Lu Bu, which didn't end up coming to fruition, was that they would be close to each other so that they could reinforce, but they wouldn't be together so that Cao Cao could concentrate his army. And that's basically what I did here. They attacked me in a split fashion, which is exactly what I wanted them to do. And we were really able to take advantage of their chaos. Now, one of the good things that happened in this battle, and not sure what that's about, but one of the good things that happened in this battle is that Festus waited to engage. Had he joined with his forces and that giant, of course, early on, this battle might have gone a little bit differently. And Ulrika dropping the scythe on him. Gotta love that spell. And I am curious, like, what the deal is with the Fate of Bunas that just keep popping off, because they seem to not be helping the enemy. But I know that it's not for us. And that pendulum really scaring off the majority of their forces before Festus and his giant can engage. And Gotrek charging in to deal with Festus himself, and the giant not far behind. And that duel continues. Our swordsmen, having been liberated, are able to go and finally assist their friends over here. And gotta love those custom skins on the Nurgle Warriors. I really like the way that the Nurgle Warriors look to begin with, but still, they just look fantastic this way. Oh.
Sigma demands blood!
And unfortunately, Gotrek has been knocked out of the fight. Not that that's going to save them, because the giant should be going down any second now. And there he goes, Ulrika with the kill shot. I love it. And I'd really like to know what's with Fayabuna. And our boy Aldebrand is in here somewhere. Good lord. Another Fate of Unit dropping. Ooh. Killing our poor boys. And our spearmen backing off. Ooh. But Felix is not going to let his friend go down without some vengeance. Gotta love that. He hit him with his Nurgling and took off. There goes Aldebrand now. His armor's not looking so shiny and gold with all that blood all over it. And with that, it does look like this battle is over. So, as always, I'll catch you back on the campaign map. And unfortunately, Gotrek was wounded during that battle, but we managed to beat back Festus. Festus himself only just escaping our wrath, but that is okay because he will pay in the future. And we're going to add some more to the treasury. And it looks like Festus had the same thought that I did, building a second army already. Looks like we've been plagued, but I don't know with what.
Yes, my lord.
All right.
What does the Emperor bid?
Let's see what all we can do. Yeah, and it looks like I won't be able to summon my equals, unfortunately. That would be pretty cool. But looking at his special skill line, you get the Hunter's Gaze ability, which is... Oh. It doesn't want to show me. Well, you'll have to look at it yourself. There we go. Visibility range plus 300, forest spotting plus 300, right? So that's pretty good. Basically meaning that you can't ambush this man. The Dracwald Patrol, which will give bonuses to your halberds, which is definitely something you want to invest in. The Hochland Long Rifle, which will give an extra 20% bonus to your handgunner units. And Strategic Mastermind, which will give Vanguard to Ludenhof's entire army, which is a great skill to have. Then you have Raptor Lord, the 3 Raptor Lords, which I'll let you guys read yourselves. And then everything else is pretty standard, right? You can get a Warhorse, Imperial Pegasus, or a Griffin, so on and so forth. Oh,
So,
the first thing we're going to do is get that experience up, and we're going to make Aldebrand a better fighter. We're going to add replenish troops to you and safeguard.
On the beaten track.
Back in.
Caragul is yours.
Finally, Ulrica's start really helped us out. Pretty much broke the Marauder line that was coming for our swordsmen immediately. And I think the best thing to do is just keep making her stronger down that path. As far as technology goes, we're going to keep making our state troops better because we're going to be rolling with state troops for quite a while. And finally, let's give ourselves one more unit of archers to replace the ones that we lost. And I will give you 2 more units of swords.
The nation calls. By Sigma's right.
And next turn we will go into battle for the Brass Keep. Or at least hopefully that's what we'll be doing.
Welcome, my countrymen.
And of course, we will take trade agreement with Sterling. No, thank you. Definitely not. And we're good on that. And I think that Sterling hates us enough, so.
Ready.
Beyond your comprehension. I do not suffer fools.
That is quite a few Chaos Warriors, a little bit
To the
concerning.
provinces. Step to it.
How long would I have to wait on Go Trip? We don't have 3 turns. So,
Raise Sigma.
we will wait one more turn.
What does the
Beef
Emperor
up
bid?
Griswold's army just a little bit further. And then we're going in.
It is time.
I'm aware. There we go. Sure. Not gonna make a difference. Ooh, and Averlin wants war with us, but I don't care because that's not really our problem.
Yes, my lord. This will bolster the nation. The Empire.
I think not.
Now,
And it looks like we have actually caught Festus outside of his capital, so we're going to move into place.
Moving
And
on.
although I could siege the Brass Keep to make sure that he does not come out, we're going to fight him in an epic
War
confrontation.
calls.
More fun that way. Oh, maybe I should have been a little bit more scummy. But do we really want to give them the advantage of the walls? I don't think so. Let's get in it. And getting started with a volley on this one. I'm loving the extra range on these Hochland rifles, although they're not quite Hochland long rifles. That would probably require another mod. But these state troops really doing their job. You know what I mean? It's you don't expect just your standard troops to really stand up to the likes of Chaos Warriors, and Trolls, everything else that these guys are having to endure, but they do. And that painted unit is just sticking around. It must be a gift of chaos or something. And it is double back on me. I can't imagine how that is supposed to be helping them, but I'm not complaining. And it looks like some positioning from the forces of chaos. I imagine that their reinforcements will be coming in any second now.
They're casting spells! Enemy wizard spotted!
Which means ours should be as well. Where's our girl Ulrika at? I know that she's doing some work. Well, she's here somewhere. And it looks like the march towards us has begun. And the trolls are going to make first contact here. Oh! Again, you just got to respect the state troops. They're holding in there. Oh, and there's Ulrika way out in front. Oh, and the trolls are coming for her. She got a little too eager. We got Aldebrand and oh gosh, I'm forgetting his name. Felix, there we go. Felix coming into the rescue. That's a lot of trolls to be facing though. And Aldebrand using his specialty from his rune thing. But none of it is going to help down this line, good lord. And our poor state troops. They're doing the best they can though, holding strong. Makes me glad that I invested our technology in buffing them up. Especially that leadership. And here comes our reinforcements finally. Oh, gotta love that. Almost right on cue. It looks like some of their forces are starting to flee. And a lot of people don't really give the AI credit, and I get that, right? I do. But sometimes you gotta give credit where it's due. Like, they're using Festus 100% correct.
This was not meant to be!
I didn't think Nurgles could run that fast.
Enemy wizard spotted!
Alright, and it looks like they're finishing up these forces and should be moving to aid their friends any second now. And realizing that something's got to be done about Festus, here comes our deadly trio again. And Festus just ignoring them. He doesn't even care.
This was not meant to be! We'll be back!
And looks like the coward is running again. Along with the rest of his troops, we have once again defeated Festus, although this time just barely. And we still have a brass keep to take. So, with all that said, I'll see you guys back on the campaign map. And starting in on our next battle, we're looking at good old Griswold, the hero of the day from the last battle, who is getting the who's getting the honor of leading the vanguard. Definitely not anything political going on there. Oh, that looks painful. But let's jump out and see what the rest of the field is doing. We've got our archers moving up to provide covering fire. Now, normally what I would do in this situation is run up and mount the walls, but I feel like I would lose more troops doing that. Also, it kind of just, it's one of those things as a Total War player that I just don't like. I will never like the ass slap, right? I just can't get behind it. And maybe it's something that if you guys agree that maybe I should start doing in my Let's Plays is not using them. Now that would slow down quite a few of our campaigns, but it just, I can't get over how unrealistic it is.
Come on, boy, get your blade out!
And there we go, getting lined up and letting them have it on the walls. Now, is it really going to do much to their troops? Not really. I wish it was, but with the walls plus their shields, kind of hard to imagine that any of them are really going down from it. Although, I could be wrong. Oh! Right in the cheek! That's unfortunate. And again with that Fate of Yuna that's only hurting them. Maybe it's something that Ulrika has, and I just haven't realized it. It's kind of annoying, whatever it is, I'll be honest. Now, watching this, if you guys pop down in the comment section, let me know what you think of Aldebrand and the Hochland campaign. Obviously, this is early, and one of the unfortunate things with the electric counts, looks like the gate's open, but one of the unfortunate things with the electric counts, and I'm hoping that someone mods it out, right? I know there has been talk about doing so, but they should have their own things going on, not messing with the loyalty system like they do at this point. I don't like that Averland has declared independence for me. I'm not the emperor, right? I'm just Hochland, minding my own business. I shouldn't be making decisions over who gets what land and et cetera, et cetera. So hopefully that's something that will be addressed in the near future. But it's still a very fun time regardless. And for those of you who don't really love grind fights, I do apologize. That is kind of what this battle is just going to end up being. Oh! But you can't be mad at those animations. If he gets up from that, okay. Wow. I would have just laid down. Ooh, nice. Got that artillery support coming in. Not artillery, archer support coming in. As more state troops pour in from the side. And Ulrika dropping a, oh gosh, I don't even remember what that spell's name is, but it looks so cool. These Chaos Warriors have nowhere to run. There goes their leader. Once again, those faded units really helping us out. Well, maybe not right there.
They are wavering.
And we're moving in to break down that barrier.
Push them back to their foul lunches.
Now, something that I will say about the CAAI, which I know I was just giving it a little small praise last time, was that the way this city is built, you could really do a defense in depth with this city, right? Holding courtyards, backing up, blocking us off at these bridgeheads, right? Or not bridgeheads, but bridges. And they don't do it. Now I can see not defending that, right? But you could have forced us all the way back off the city, and you didn't. And that's just unfortunate because, I mean, like, they built their towers right here. And these could have been pretty devastating. I don't know. But just things to consider. And it looks like we've almost broken through here. Ulrika's ready with her handgunners to, well, fight these guys if they ever get the courage to come and face us. There goes their barrier. And here we come to the final engagement. And I apologize that this battle isn't as epic as our usual sieges, but you know, we always do have to end on a siege, and we had already killed most of the warriors within when they came outside to help. And away they run right into a hail of gunfire. But you guys know the deal from here. Ooh. Unfortunately, that is the end and the end of this campaign. So I will see you guys back out on the campaign map to close it out. And finally, the decisive victory over the brass key. And we're definitely not going to subjugate them and occupy it.
Raise Sigma.
And the brass keep is in the hands of the Empire where it always should have been, right? Now I could open up a portal to the North and South Poles and take the fight back to Chaos, but that is not something we are going to do. And actually, speaking of, we have hit our time on this campaign.
I will marshal the men.
Vengeance has been had for my lost son. The brass keep has been captured. And the Empire is at least safe from Nurgle for now. So, with that said, you guys let me know what you think of this campaign, right? I always love jumping in with another Mixu Lord. He did, I believe, all of the electric counts, including Lady Elspeth, who might or might not be joining us soon. Oh, it looks like the Forest Goblins are taking one out of my playbook and have taken half of Midland already. But anyway, like I said, not going to get into that. Let me know what you guys think of this campaign and how you guys are liking the series so far. I know I'm really enjoying it, and I hope you are too. But with that said, and without further ado, to all my friends, wherever you are, good morning, good evening, and good night. I'll see you. Thanks again to everyone for watching. I really couldn't do this without the support of my family, friends, and everyone who is helping me take my dream of becoming a content creator to the next level. I believe this channel will only get better as time goes on, so if you want to aid me in this journey, all I ask is you do what the kids say.
Comment, like, and subscribe!
Thanks guys, and we'll see you in the next one.